Hi guys, it's good to be back.
All right, guys, welcome to what episode even is this?
I don't know.
32? 33? I don't know. Oh my gosh, guys, welcome to Live on Ontwowheels, your weekly motorcycle live show or remix factory. So we're back. We're talking about Triumph's new Tiger 660, which seems like a phenomenal motorcycle, and I really hope you guys enjoy that. So if you guys are wondering what the fuck was that earlier, by the way, the quality of the stream might be a little lower. We're uploading tomorrow's video. It'll be done in like 13 minutes, so you guys, the quality will get better. So me and Bo were sitting here like prepping up for the show, and Bo's messing around with all his little buttons that Bo hit one of your buttons.
All right, so this is my new one.
So Bo has like a soundboard or whatever, and I have this little earpiece in, right? You guys always see me like kind of mess with it. So I can hear what the sound mixer hears, and all I hear is like, Bo's like, oh yeah, I found this cool song. And he starts playing it, and then he just starts like live remixing it with all his other sound buttons, and I just lost my shit. And I was like, please, for the love of God, when we start this episode, please start it like that. And I thought it wouldn't be as funny the second time. And it turns out it's just as funny the second time. Oh, man. Everybody
too old for a good fart joke.
Everybody in the chat, welcome Bo back. You are now back in town. Wait, give yourself a round of applause. Yay, Bo's back. We're glad to have you back, bud. You were replaced by a beautiful woman, but...
Story of my life.
But it's good to have you back, bud.
Thank you.
Oh, man, lots of stuff. We had Heather on last stream, my wife. You guys enjoyed that, had a little motorcyclist wife conversation, and everything didn't totally get ruined. So that was cool.
Except for my station. You completely dismantled my area over here.
I will not confirm or deny any of the allegations.
Which we just got fixed like an hour and a half before the show. So.
It's true. It's true. So, guys, later on, we're going to talk about this Trident 660. I keep calling it a Trident 660.
It is a Trident 660.
Yeah, I know. That's a shocker.
It's not a Tiger.
We're going to talk about this Tiger 660. I thought it looked cool. We'll get into it. So, first things first, this is Live on Ontwowheels. We are here every single week, Thursday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to watch us live, or if you can't catch us live, don't worry. The videos go up live on the Chase on Ontwowheels YouTube channel. You guys can check them out there, or... as some people do, you can listen to us. Actually, I am going to read one of our latest reviews over on Apple Podcasts. I have
not read any of them.
They are actually pretty decent reviews. So I'm going to read the most recent one. By the way, Bo, did you know that on Apple Podcasts, in the reviews, we have 5 out of 5 stars. Also, we have 22 ratings.
Okay, I was about to say, do we have 1 rating?
We have 22 ratings. Here's the most recent one by a guy named Less Than Daniel. Been listening to this podcast on Saturday morning rides on my MT-07 that I bought because of the Chase on Ontwowheels YouTube channel. Haha, keep up the great content. What a great review. Yeah, we love that. So if you guys are just listening to us, we would love for you to give us a review, and maybe we'll start reading them out. Maybe we'll start reading out reviews, especially good ones like that.
Yeah.
We will specifically not read bad ones, actually.
We control the narrative.
Aha! Everything's positive. Don't worry about the negatives. So, yeah, this is podcast available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and nobody else really listens to podcasts anywhere else. So it's available there. So, Bo, how have you been? We missed you. How's your week been? Your week back? I know I threw you into the fire and flames the second you got back.
You say that, but like, it was nothing. It was like the only thing that really fucked me up was that I lost the plot on what day of the week it's been for 5 days now.
That's true. You were off last Thursday and Friday over the weekend, and then you were off on Monday.
To Indiana.
Yep. Trip back to India. Do you want to talk about what you were doing in case, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, that's fine. It was the internment for my mother. So we had, it's called a funeral, but like it's not really because it was like 4 people and it was raining. But the trip up there, like the event it's somber and like melancholy and sad. But the trip up there was me and my older brother, who we've been estranged for years.
Yeah.
And we like reconnected through this whole thing, just trying to figure out all the ins and outs of
Right.
like insurance and house and all this other crap. And the road trip there was honestly one of the best times I've had.
Really?
There and back was one
So
of the
there's
best
like
times.
a little silver lining
Yeah.
to the whole situation. Well,
We
that's awesome.
we joked and said it's like my mother was a fixer. She loved to just any time she met somebody with problems,
Yeah.
she would just put that problem over herself.
Right.
And we joked, we're like, seriously, like that's her last like fix.
Right. Last flag in
It's
the.
just like can't go out without fixing like the biggest problem.
That's awesome.
And we had a great time. I told you this story.
Oh, you gonna tell the story?
So,
We're
no,
gonna get the
there-
story.
there's
Oh,
two-
I'm gonna
there's
shut the
two-
hell
there's
up.
two
Oh, I
of
can't
them.
wait for this.
So anybody in the shop will know I am notorious for just forgetting things. So me and my brother leave at like 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and we get up near Chattanooga ish, and we get out of the car, and we're at the hotel, and I looked at my brother, ghost white, and said, "I fucked up." And he looked at me like really confused, honestly, and goes, "What happened?" And I was like, "Mom's in Atlanta." I had left her cremains there, and it was time crunch time.
Luke's in the chat and said, "Don't tell the crime." No, you have to. No, you
Yeah.
have to.
I'm not going to tell the other part, but we managed to get the box up to Tennessee and then made the rest of the trip. And then on the way back, me and my brother were at a gas station, and he got in the car, and I said, "Look at this Kid Rock looking motherfucker at the front counter." And like when I say he looked like Kid Rock, I mean exactly like Kid Rock. And we're sitting there and we're like Mystery Science Theater this thing, and like making up a backstory for him. And then we look and we're like, oh, he's wearing a Detroit hat. Like he's really committing to it because Kid Rock's from Detroit. And then we were like, man, what if he's like a Kid Rock impersonator? And then we just started having this whole story. And then that guy walks out. Two other guys walk out with him, and they walk towards this big Escalade carrying a trailer. And I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if that was actually Kid Rock and we just hadn't seen him in a while? So we drove past them, and on the back of his plate, it said Kid KY. And I was like, well, I'm going to look this up immediately.
You have to.
Immediately. So I look it up, and apparently we actualized our headcanon because this guy is Kentucky's #1 Kid Rock impersonator, so much that he is actually in a Kid Rock tribute band called it's Kid Kentucky in the American Badass Band. And I could not wrap my head around any of it, least of all that it started out as a joke and became reality in front of our eyes.
I'm so glad that you were able to go off on your expedition and come back with at least two stories, two new bow stories.
I also got complimented on my shoes that you guys are cleaning on me for. So
Do you have them on today? Show everybody. Oh, you guys have to see Bo's shoes. If you guys have never seen Buc-ee's, it's basically just like a giant gas station chain, and they have like everything in these gas stations.
Yeah,
and
baby.
Bo's ass is gonna replace his shoes with Buc-ee shoes. So
Yeah, dude, you
it's
guys
good
were
to know
clowning
that.
me on my Walmart specials, and then they blew
I didn't
up.
clown on you about your shoes.
did.
It might have been other people. Okay.
Other than that, coming back was pretty easy. Because I was like, all right.
Yeah, I feel like you weren't here on Monday, so I was just like, I had a lot of we had a lot of Wreck Bike Rebuild content to edit through and stuff.
Yeah.
So you came back on Tuesday, and I was like, Bo, I have 17 things I need you to do today.
And I got them all done before lunch.
You did.
So
Okay, so that's the story. That's kind of our, what do we call it in the beginning?
housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Wow,
You
totally
want me
forgot.
fluff pillow?
Oh, before we continue, we do have to do the Discord push. Me and Heather were already we did not do that, or we kind of did last week, but it was barely. So if you guys don't know, we do a little Discord meme thing at the end of the show, and we're gonna pick one of those memes and give them a $50 Revzilla gift card. So
we still have to give last.
we're a
not
little
last
behind,
week's.
but we will
Yeah.
get that handled.
We had other shit going on.
We have. So look in the not the comments, the description of the video if you're watching live, and that'll get you a link to Discord. Go to the Live on Two Wheels section. Are you going to have one of those little...
Yeah, I got the thread up already. You'll see it at the top. You'll see active threads and stuff like that on Discord. Yeah, LOTW 32 is the thread. You can go in there and then make us laugh.
Make us so we're gonna end the show in the Discord, which we always get a huge laugh, thanks to, in part by Smart Industries. If you guys are going to the Discord, you'll probably start understanding Smart Industries. Okay, so let's get into the steak and potatoes of today's episode.
It's a weird way to say that.
I'm hungry, man. What can I do? I'm hungry, man. So, guys, recently Triumph has put out yet everybody's been on let's put out motorcycle mode. We were going to talk about Kawasaki today, and then we looked at what Kawasaki actually put out, because a couple episodes ago we were like, oh man, I know what we're going to talk about on October 7th, because Kawasaki had something on their website like 7 new models coming out. I was excited about it.
They're all 650s.
And then I looked into it today, and it was like, I was like, I'm not.
They are mostly 650s.
I'm not going to say I'm not excited about all of them.
But they are kind of pulling a Suzuki on it, where they're just like, hey, that thing, we'll keep using it.
Bruh, I went onto Kawasaki's website, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
I literally go, Bo, is there anything you want to talk about today? Because
Yes.
I'm not excited about this.
The Trident 660 vintage
The
short.
Trident 660 that is slightly more upright. So guys, Triumph, we talked about it a few episodes ago with their Speed Triple 1200 RR thing.
No.
Now we got a Tiger 660, which we'll talk about. I don't really know. I mean, it should be called a Tiger, but it doesn't have the design characteristic of the Tigers.
It's also based off of the Trident.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's completely a Trident that's been turned into an vintage sport,
So if you're wondering what a Tiger 660 is, we all know, or we all probably know, Tigers are Triumph's kind of adventure bike line. That kind of, they make a 890, I think, or a 900. They make a 1200. They now make a 660. So basically, it's, if you go to my screen, Bo, I'll pop this image up big.
Well, I'm glad that worked. We didn't test that.
Oh, well, thank God. Wait, is it centered?
It's not centered at all.
Oh goodness, I have no way. Oh wait, here, let me try to makeshift this. I'm gonna look at the. There we go. Does that fit?
I mean, yeah.
Here, I'm watching the screen of it to see if this helps. Okay, so guys, check this out. This is Triumph's new Tiger 660. So, kind of like a middleweight adventure bike is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the looks?
I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, especially with the bags, the hard cases on it.
Yeah,
It looks sharp as shit. I don't like the top case that they have with it, but
No.
the side bags with it, the color matched, and
Right.
it's pretty dope.
So guys, this is a top down view. I'll go down here. It does look kind of tiny with 2 people on it, though. You notice that?
Yeah, it definitely.
I'm
is.
not, and that's one of the things that we'll get into.
It's only slightly bigger than the Trident itself, so it's
Right.
It's not that. Yeah.
So here's the cool thing, guys. If I can talk. So this thing's coming at a price of $9,295. So not a terrible price for a quote unquote premium brand's middleweight, and we'll get into its competition in a minute. We're looking at 79 horsepower. We're looking at 47 foot-pounds of torque, and is that 10,000 mile service limit? That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So one of the things Triumph is kind of touting with this Tiger 660, and they have it all over their press videos, is that it's destroying its competition. So naturally, being that we do this live show, and it seems like it's kind of our thing to put all the competitors on our little notes page and kind of compare them. And I got to be honest, because everybody that puts a new bike out is like, it's the most amazing thing on the fucking planet, and I'm like,
Well, so
okay,
when we did the adventure sport in the 700 to 800 cc, we'd had that episode. There wasn't a lot of true middleweights,
right,
and it seems to be that's more and more are going that way. Whether it's full Dakar style,
right,
or more of the multi-strata style,
mostly on road, slightly off,
yeah.
type thing, yeah.
And even a lot of middleweight true dual sports. Like that whole market is like much wider
Right.
now than it was then, and it's interesting to see who is coming out on top. And it doesn't. I did not think that it would be Triumph.
I didn't either. And I just
Which
thought
is
of
dumb now that I think about it, because the Tiger series has been like
it's been one of their things.
I got
for
a
while
buddy
now.
that had a Tiger. What's the 1000cc 112 something?
1200.
Right, and he's ridden that thing across Canada, like all the way
Jesus.
west to east.
Yeah.
He's ridden it from Georgia to Grand Canyon. He's the guy I told you about who was like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. You want to go ride or something?" He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go up to Alaska, and then come down and."
Oh yeah, casual. It's a casual weekend ride,
bro. It's like, "What are you gonna do for work? We have to go to work." And he's like, "I'm just not gonna show up." And I was like,
Please don't hang out with him.
I can't do that.
Please do me a favor and no longer
My
associate
wife
with
would
that guy
murder
anymore.
me.
I would murder you with your wife. So here's a way to think about the type of motorcycle that this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a naked bike that's modified to be able to ride for longer distances.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, it's meant for a slightly less than ideal road conditions.
As far as like the electronics and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Because doesn't it?
Well, because the prices typically will be more for
Yeah.
these than they are naked bikes. Naked bikes, for some reason, I think that's why they're so popular, is like they're bottom of the barrel price, but you get a decent amount of stuff for them. But then
the Trident was a really good bike.
yeah, no, absolutely.
I enjoyed it when we had it here. So naturally,
yeah.
the engine is great.
Yep.
Triples are fun.
I love triples. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, this makes sense.
Well, so
to me, in my head at least.
here's the thing that we already said I like the looks, but I do slightly worry about that engine because a 660 is fine for city riding, which is why the Trident got such good graces, in the first ride or whatever. But when we're seeing these images of this motorcycle with two up and with bags, I am worried that the engine will underpower what it needs, because if you think about what this thing should be for, it should be for like me to be like, hey babe, let's get on the back, we'll throw some clothes in the side bags, and then let's just go down the highway forever.
I don't think so. I've done long trips on even more anemic engines.
Mm-hmm.
The FC6R, which it was detuned R6,
Right,
like super detuned. And I've done long trips with that, like fully loaded, and it's more than fine, more than capable. I think
even two up though.
I've had
two up with full bags.
My wife was on it. We took a 10-hour trip. I've done long distance riding on a 600. I don't think that's going to be the problem.
Well,
I also think that motor is going to be more comfortable because of where those triples land their power, right?
Yeah.
And how it all depends on the gearing too. So like,
right. It has modes. Right.
As well.
So
So all of this being said, I think that it's going to be fine. It's lightweight enough comparative to like true adventure bikes.
Yeah.
That I don't think it's going to be a problem. Nobody's going to be like full on like Sahara Desert, that's not going to happen on here. So most of the riding that's going to be done with this bike is probably going to be on asphalt.
Well, I think I think that the 660 will be a great weight wise for like city riding, especially. It's just those like, if you think about it, like highway in Texas where it's just forever and like the wind on the highway, I worry that thing might not be heavy enough, like as far as like weight for power. Also, so I was looking at the photos for this thing because I'm looking at it like, I love this thing. I love the way it looks so much. And I tried to figure out why. So I saw this blue model and I don't know what it was about this photo that so
You're
this
gonna
guy
have to move it over to the middle.
All right, so I saw this photo.
You're gonna
the
have
little,
to do it up because I can't see that.
can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, So I saw this thing and I'm like, there is something about this that I just love, and I need to figure out why.
I know why.
Of course,
I know why.
bro. It's the SV6. Everything in my life just comes back to the SV650. Do you notice this?
That's hilarious.
Like the whole the top area, all blue, has kind of the open engine-y stuff here, and then boom, it's like a new age Suzuki SV650. And I want to ride this thing so bad. The little dual eyes like coming off at an angle from the sides. I think it looks phenomenal, and I cannot wait to ride this thing. So,
oh shit.
Let's get to.
Let me fix real quick.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm tired of not being able to see.
Okay.
What you're doing. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me because this is what happens when Chase messes with things.
I didn't touch your computer. Let's be clear.
You messed up the.
Bo likes to blame me when things are going wrong.
You messed up the.
I couldn't even log into your computer, so I had no way of changing anything.
All right. That's about okay. So this is much better. Let me lock that. Let me go out of.
Oh, so you made it so everybody can see my screen now. Perfect. If you guys are just listening, then
yeah,
All
right.
sucks.
So I'm gonna turn that off, turn that back on.
While we're waiting, you guys make sure to hit that like button if you're here live. We would really appreciate it. Okay, so
let me test this up.
Competition time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
So again, real quick, the Triumph 660 Tiger.
The more I look at it, the more I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
So 79 horsepower, 47 foot-pounds at a price of $9,295, right?
Right.
So let's go through some competition. 2021 Kawasaki Versus 650.
That poor 650 is input in everything they own.
So
there's two bikes with the same engine.
All right, so the Versus 650, it's a parallel twin 649cc, coming in at a good price of $83,999. That goes up to $92,999 if you want the bag model. Horsepower is at 59.6. Torque's at 47.
Parallel twin that they have in everything.
So horsepower is a little low, but the torque is on par. Yeah. So we're looking okay. Suzuki's V-Strom.
Fun fact: that engine sounds much better than it is.
Okay. Have you ridden one of these?
I've ridden several bikes with the 650 off the 650 platform. It's the same engine, same frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kawasaki really takes full use out of that engine. Yep. Okay, moving on. We have the 2022 Suzuki V-Strom 650. Okay. We got a 645cc V-twin this time. Yep. Starting price, again, do you understand why Suzuki overprices their stuff? Because I don't know why I feel like they overprice. I don't know. I don't know. It just might be me. The V-Strom 650 starting out at $8,904 goes up to $10,499 for the Adventure model, which is just basically bags and protection.
Yeah.
Okay. Horsepower is at 66, so it's a little better, but the torque 44.5. So it's a little down on torque, a little up on horsepower. Yeah. Again, we're still not even in 10 horsepower into the for the Tiger 660. Now,
this
big contender. We've talked about this in previous episodes, guys. Tenere 700 from Yamaha. No additional models. They got plenty of aftermarket stuff you can grab, but there's no additional models. We are looking at a 689cc, again, parallel twin. Price $9,999. More expensive, right? Because again, this thing, the Tiger 660 is coming in at $9,295.
Yes, but
horsepower 72 compared to the Tiger's 79. 50 foot-pounds of torque to 47.
Right. However, this bike is more purpose-built.
This bike meaning
the Tenere 700,
right?
More purpose-built for and we've seen it in action.
Very much so.
That thing can handle it.
Yeah. So Tenere 700 is more happy being off-road than I think the Tiger 660 would ever be. Yeah. Even with perfect conditions with perfect tires. Yeah. So I think on-road, off-road, Tenere 700 no choice,
Yeah.
no chance. But if you're doing
Long-
90%
long
on road,
haul?
you've got modes, you've got electronics. I mean, Tiger 660 is really pushing it. Now
What are you?
we got to talk about Honda for a second, because we were collecting this data and we came across Honda. And I was like, you know what? Let's go to Honda's website. Let's see what's up. Because in my head, I was like, the guys were in the shop, and I was like, guys, what does Honda make that really is in this class? So let's go to the adventure side. Now, obviously, Honda's got their Africa Twin,
Which is a great bike.
but can we all agree that after the Africa Twin, Honda's just like, okay, we're good.
Yep.
There's really no need for anything else.
Yeah.
So they've got the CB500X.
Which is
I'm not saying these bikes are bad.
well, so that one looks a lot like the other ones. It's in the same kind of classification.
And coming in at a price tag of $6,999, which is not really in the price group that we're looking at right now. Yeah. And then we see Honda's NC750X that I don't think I had ever heard of before. Yeah. So we can.
Blotsky says Honda just lives in their own little happy world.
Honda's
honestly.
just totally fine doing their own
just
thing,
whatever.
dude.
And then last but not least,
well, no, let's do price real quick.
Okay,
so we have a price tag of $8,499 for this Honda NC750X. Another parallel twin, 745 cc's on this one. Horsepower 58. So we're way under the 79 that the Tiger has. And then 51 foot-pounds of torque, which puts us right at the torque number, I believe, 47. So, 51 is actually one of the higher numbers as far as torque goes. So that's the Honda thing. The Honda thing looks like it's a road thing, period. It doesn't look like you would want to take it on even a gravel driveway. And then we come to does this really fit in this class also?
No, they got rid of their 790.
Yeah, so KTM used to have a 790 Duke, and then I think they had a 790 Adventure, and now KTM has kind of modified that engine to be an 890. So now we have the 2021 KTM 890 Adventure. If we're going to be honest, guys, we didn't really know if this should really go in this class.
Yeah.
One, it's an 890, so it's, the 750 was higher. The 890 is just kind of like way out of there. And if you look at that, the price and the power numbers are way off. The price is, what is that, $4,000 more than everything else?
To be fair, even the ones that are in the 690 range are still more expensive.
Right. True. So horsepower, 100 horsepower and then 74 foot-pounds of torque. So
goodbye.
It's here, but it's here, but like it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow, I can do Command Z. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
So I've never used Command Z on Milo Note. That's funny. So guys, that's the competition, and obviously we're not talking about looks.
Yeah.
Because looks is something that doesn't really,
I mean, if you're asking me, the Tenere is the winner in that regard.
So you think the Tenere looks better than the Tiger?
I love those Dakar style adventure bikes.
I'm not saying that I don't like the Tenere. Like, we've already had the conversation of I'm really having a hard time keeping my WR because
come on, look at that dang.
I mean, I'll agree. The Tenere has a really cool. I agree with you. It has a vibe. It has a hey, you really want to take me off road, don't you?
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, dude, this thing is.
It looks good.
This
you know
thing
why you
is,
like it more? Because it reminds you of the Multistrada.
A Multistrada I can actually afford. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why you like it.
It does seem like a kind of like low level.
I like
Multistrada.
the way it looks, but my money would go to I love the aggressive look of
the Tenere.
Yeah, I love that style.
I feel like the way I ride though, I never go off road. I've had this WR now forever, and I very rarely take it off road. And if I ever do take it off road, it's with somebody. So I have nobody to go off road with. So if you want to go in and both of us get Tenere 700s,
I'll fucking do it.
Okay.
Also, I'll be
so sell the Bolt.
I should be at some point refreshing my off-road skills.
That's right. You have a special thing coming up. Oh,
yeah.
by the way, I told people there's a big thing coming. I told them we can't say it until it actually happens because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. I remember that part. So yeah, that's a big thing coming. Then we have a smaller thing coming, where I get an opportunity.
You do.
To refresh my off-road skills.
A certain motorcycle manufacturer reached out and told us that there's an opportunity for one of us to go learn how to ride adventure style.
Yeah.
And Bo's going to go do it. We'll see when all that happens. So we have some press content to watch about the 660.
First.
So you guys can see it kind of in its element.
Well, first, let's do an ad.
We have to do the ad.
Yep, and then we will go and
Right.
watch this. So we'll get that out of the way, and then once we get back, we'll watch your
Okay.
videos.
I'll prep things up in the meantime.
All right, let's hope this works.
What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Two Wheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're going to get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're going to get 10% off exclusive brands. You're going to get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're going to get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also going to include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode. We'll see you guys with the rest of the show. David? Oh, is that your way of telling me we're back from the ad? Oh my God, that's so great.
All right. So, is it Divide or David?
I'm calling him David.
Okay. He asked about the Tracer 700. I also earlier asked about the Tracer 700.
I went to Yamaha's website. It's not there. Look, look. Let's prove it. Let's prove it,
okay.
So that way we can set it straight.
Does it just not exist anymore? Why is it in my head?
Why can I not type Yamaha? Is what I want to know.
What? Yamaha. Good old Yamaha Tracer 700.
All right, motorcycles. Here's Yamaha's website. Motorcycles. Gimme. Adventure touring, Tenere 700 and blah. Sport touring.
Okay.
Look at that. Tracer 900 GT, Tracer 9 GT, Nikon GT FJR. Nothing.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I think they used to.
I don't think the 700 is available in the U.S.
Oh, so okay.
Maybe.
We don't talk. We are a U.S. based show, so we can't obviously talk about what the U.K. has, what Asia has, and also when we talk about traveling, we are talking about traveling in the United States highway system. So I know a lot of people, make comments on our show about
it is
like
available in the U.K. still, and I trust Andrew.
Yes, we have to trust Andrew. Otherwise, Smart Helmets, Smart Industries will come after us. Okay, so I queued up.
I don't think that they're a very litigious company.
I don't know how to spell litigious. So here's little clips. By the way, here's I don't know if I should say it. I'll say it. I feel like being in the area that we are, where we're filming some pretty high quality stuff, right? And I see videos like this.
All right.
How much of this frame is overexposed to you, Bo?
I mean, why is the water so...
The sky is overexposed. Like, this is one of those situations.
Is it overexposed or is it just smuggy?
No, that's white. Like, look at this area. That's white.
Keep in mind, I'm not looking at it on your screen. I'm looking at my screen that's looking at your screen.
I have a problem when I watch a video of a motorcycle manufacturer that I know for a fact we could have filmed a better one then.
Yeah. I mean, it's the R7 launch all over again.
I have a problem. Okay. So anyway, so this is the launch video. I really Triumph. I would love.
You got your audio on?
No, I've got it turned off because I don't know if it's. I don't want to get copyright stricketh.
I mean, yeah, that's a Trident. That's all.
It's so much better looking than a Trident, though. Check it out.
I really like the Trident. Sorry. Oh, look at these fucking Power Rangers.
Dude, by the way, can we just have the discussion? The red looks so much better than the blue. Like, it's not even a competition.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the blue's not bad. So that's the matching luggage, which I
like
think is
I like
really
the blue.
cool.
The red looks cool too, but like, I am partial to that black and gray thing that they had.
They do have a gray option available, but I don't think they have
want
one
it with their
built right now.
camouflage stickers. I want
Right.
that as a pattern. That looks awesome.
Right. So these guys are just talking about, the bike or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things I think the bike's going to be great at is that lightweight is going to make it to where if you go through the mountains or something like that, it is going to be a phenomenal time. Look at the head of this dude.
Yeah, she's a beefy bitch.
Check out the little wind scoop right here. You see that?
Yeah.
Like the
I
little.
imagine that's to like pull in, so you're not like deflecting all that.
Right.
It's going inside and up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
it
I like
also
that.
it's a very Tiger vibe to have all of the color at the top and then have it gray
Yeah.
at the side. They do this whole like only the top part's colored.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. It's one of those like little visual characteristics that they're giving Tigers. Here's what I'm hoping. I'm not a huge fan of the way the current Tigers look,
Oh, I love them.
but I love the way that this Tiger looks. I really hope that they take the design of the 660 and they just like send that upwards.
So the difference between this and like say the Tiger 900, right?
Here, let me bring a Tiger 900 up.
The Tiger 900 is a more capable off-road machine than this will be.
Right. No,
Period.
100%.
So you have to take that in consideration when you're designing these bikes, because this is why the naming and the classification is weird for me, because like this bike is clearly meant as a street bike
100%.
for
Yeah.
touring.
So you said the 900
Yeah.
was the one you were talking about?
Yeah, like this thing is a far more capable off-road machine.
I mean, look at
And
that. Even
as-
down to the stuff
yeah,
they're showing.
As
is-
such, it has to be built in that way. To be, I like the way it looks. I honestly
look.
really
So
do.
here's the thing. Here's how you know they
That
know a
rally
motorcycle.
is sick looking.
Right. Here's how you know they built a motorcycle that should be able to go off road if it comes with an optional 21-inch front wheel.
Yeah.
If they have that, which is like the rally we're looking at right here,
Yeah.
that's kind of like a giveaway.
Bro, that white frame.
Bro.
I knew you were going to see it.
Oh my God. All right. This is now a show about what?
Yeah, it's a Bond edition. I saw it when we were looking up shit. When I was like looking up stuff after our Tiger ride or our Triumph ride.
You've seen this before?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Bro.
Again, the looks of this one are more my alley though, because I like the more aggressive, like I said, Dakar style.
Bro. What? So Triumph has this special edition rocket that we just had to get rid of
Yeah.
yesterday or today. I think they're the only company that like looks at their motorcycles and like, hey, dude, let's make something that's blacked out from the get.
Yeah.
Does any other manufacturer motorfacturer do that? I kind of like motorfacturer.
That plays.
Can we make that a thing?
Motorfacturer.
Hashtag motorfacturer. But yeah, I don't think of any other company that's like, hey, we're gonna give you a blacked out model.
So that style to me as a Tiger, I think that they don't belong in the same category style wise.
What?
Because the
Tiger and the 660.
the Trident 660 Adventures.
Can we call it the Tiger?
It's not an adventure bike. Right? Well, in the same sense.
No.
As this is an adventure bike.
I think it's supposed to be like the versatile road bike where you can commute easily. I think that's the move. Here's the thing that I'm confused about the Tigers and the reason I don't like the middle class Tigers. So if we go to their Tiger range, this Tiger, the 1200, the proportions make sense to me.
Yeah.
Let me find a good photo. This all makes sense.
Yeah.
It seems real broody up front, and it kind of has this really aggressive angling. But if we go to the Tiger 900, this is essentially an episode about Tigers now, but like look at the Tiger 850 Sport. Now these are the Tigers that me and Luke rode
that's right.
from Louisiana back to Atlanta. But look at the proportions of that.
It's more dirt bike, but it's still in the same kind of
It just doesn't
vein.
fit for me.
I
You know,
can see
it
that.
has a lot of thick weight right here visually, and then it just gets super light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where that
I
other
dig
one
it.
just looks like a dude that just works out from his pecs up.
That's a multi-strata fanboy in you. I like this much better. I think that
Really?
I think that these Tigers are the ones. Even that other one is more this style comparative to the new 660. The new 660 is more of a street bike, whereas though all three of the 850, the 900, and the 1200 are all very much.
Well, look, you got a
me.
mud guard on the front on every single one of these, except for that 660.
Because they know you ain't gonna be riding around in mud. Well, some people.
Well, that's just interesting because the bike. Think about it. The 660 will be the lightest Tiger, so would it not make sense that people would like? Don't you want a lighter off-road bike sometimes?
Sometimes.
Like, I don't have a lot of like knowledge off-road, so I mean,
it depends on what you're doing, right? But I mean, with something like that, weight can help you. When you're doing like hardcore enduro stuff, like you're not really, you're gonna need to foot down a lot. And even I've seen some of the guys ride those like 1200s, like it was,
that's one thing I've always been curious of is like these guys that ride GSs and stuff. What is it about these super heavy motorcycles that people want to take off road? Because
unlimited power.
But how much power can you take advantage of off road?
I mean,
though?
yeah, those I've seen, but like, dude,
this is coming from somebody that has no idea how to ride.
Those guys, though, those guys can ride those bikes like most other dudes are riding 450s.
I did want to catch. I don't want us to run out of time, and I know we always do.
Yeah.
So one thing that I am not a fan of with this bike, and I don't want to say it would ruin it for me, but I'm gonna try to find an image of the dash for you guys because I really just I think it's not the thing. I don't remember having a problem with the dash on the Trident, but they show the dash somewhere in here.
So yeah, it's a little. I don't even think that's the killer. The dash is whatever.
You think so?
Yeah, you already know the killer. It's a thing that it does not have.
What's that?
I'll give you one guess what it doesn't have.
It has cruise control, right?
No cruise control.
Oh,
Yeah, I watched Moto Bob talk about it. Yeah, no cruise control.
That's
dumb.
There, son of a bitch.
You sneaky fucks.
What did we talk? Wait, it was the 850 Tigers that I was complaining about with no cruise control.
Yeah,
I do appreciate the quick shifter up and down. So
that's all right.
This is the dash.
That's all right.
This little square area, if you guys can see, this is where like the screen is, and then you have this kind of like digital, not really speedo, but just like tack area.
Yeah.
This
I can dig it.
I mean, I don't know.
It's
I don't
not
like
so
it.
high tech that it's out of place on a bike, like with nice kind of rounded but also geometric kind of.
Yeah.
I think it fits with the style. Like I liked the Trident's dash for where it was.
Yeah.
So like I'm glad they didn't just like reuse that and plop it in.
Yeah, so I do agree.
Yeah.
I can at least appreciate the fact that they have one that worked and they did a little something to it. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, can
Daniel
it be
said
seen?
it's a first world complaint, but like
It's a first world complaint, yes, but
if
you're going to be looking at this every
as
single
a tourer.
moment.
No, I'm talking about the
cruise control.
Cruise control. If you're going to be doing long haul touring,
that is not a first world.
not
complaint.
everybody is a ninja like Luke.
Like
is.
Luke is. Yeah.
That dude can ride forever and not only he doesn't pronates his wrist at all.
Well, I mean, this just Triumph does so many things so well. It shocks me that the 850 Tiger, now the 660 Tiger, if these motorcycles are
Tourers.
what you're saying you want them to be used for,
Touring.
yeah. So why would you not give
it's
people
a
the
weird
default
thing.
I mean,
it's a weird thing.
I'm trying to think of is there any like technical
I personally like the dash, and especially since it kind of follows the line of the front body work. It does look a little dated, but not too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here for it. I do think it looks older than I want it to. Okay, so wait, that's the modes, right? We just got the rain and what was that?
It's rain and road, I think.
Rain and road.
Yep.
Okay.
Same as the Trident. It's got the same ride.
So here's my thing. I've been saying this for
definitely no modes for anything more than street riding. Like they know where this thing is going to be.
Yeah. There's nobody's going to be making wheels for this thing to go out. I mean, they probably will.
Yeah, they
but,
will.
So here's the thing I love that they're doing is road mode and rain mode. Like I say in my first rides all the time, I want these modes to trickle their way down to lower CC bikes. Yeah. I don't necessarily think like an MT-03 needs rain mode, but these middleweights,
I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I can totally see somebody on a middleweight bike needing rain mode. It's just nice to have. So I'm hoping that with this Tiger 660, other companies, because you know how the motorcycle industry is, it's like, oh, somebody did it, so now we'll do it. I'm hoping that this is going to be one of those entry bikes that gets people, like gets Yamaha, Kawasaki, and all them being like, let's put modes in all our middle shit. Hopeful at least. Oh, that's another thing that these videos showed. I don't know how many of these you've seen. Supposedly, I always thought Triumphs were really expensive to work on, and that their service intervals were pretty small. This thing has not only one of the cheaper prices for the power it has, it also has one of the cheapest cost of ownership. And I think they averaged that out for the first like 3 years as far as like how much it's going to cost for each service interval.
I imagine then that it's fairly similar to what we found out about the Trident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it would be, because it's the same situation. So that's how do you feel about a premium brand, Triumph? Because, and I'm not saying premium brand because I'm supposed to. I'm saying based on riding a Triumph, and this is fucking any Triumph, compared to something like a Kawasaki or a Suzuki or a Yamaha, it has a premium feel.
Yeah.
So what's your feelings on Triumph keeping their premium brand feel, but giving you the reliability and the cost effectiveness of one of these Japanese bikes?
So we've had internal conversation when we had the Trident, because that's a perfect example where they give us premium where we expect it, and then kind of skirt some of the
cheap
costs.
It when they can,
right? And they do it in a way that is not so in your face and not so obvious that you go, okay, it's still a Triumph. The controls, the dash, everything is great.
Right.
The motor is great. It's the places where you can't just like point at it and go like, that's cheap piece of shit.
Right.
So I think they're doing it right. I like it when premium brands don't just try to cut as much cost as possible for the sake of cutting costs and getting into a different market.
Yeah.
And actually stay true to what like their brand image is.
Triumph is a great example of cutting costs smartly, to where we want them to cut costs so that we can afford these damn things, but I still want, like, I'm not gonna ride a Triumph that doesn't feel like a Triumph. You know, like you have to hold that stuff tight, but you also want to make your stuff affordable. I think it's really cool to see. I don't think we're ever going to see
people that are buying Ducatis. Like
I was going to say,
so
Ducati.
Like if Ducati came out with a 500cc
sub $10,000,
right,
thing.
And then like goes, okay, well we have to make this price.
Yeah, so let's do
sense.
cheap shit.
So let's like cheap plastics. You know, all this like the dash is just as simple. Looks like an old like Casio watch. Like like they could do it wrong, and then you'd be like, well, it's not a fucking Ducati, then is it?
Yeah, exactly.
So like this is a Triumph.
Yeah. Or we haven't seen one. We haven't touched one, but from what we can tell,
it looks like a Triumph. All the things that we would expect. When we get our hands on one, it's gonna be one of those things where like I expect the controls to feel good.
Yeah.
I expect the fit and finish to be nice, and I expect the materials to be used for that fit and finish to feel good, look good, and a great engine. Specific to the engine that it is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I would be very curious, and I don't know if we can do this, but you know, we have Triumph here in Atlanta. I would be curious, and I'll ask if we could get a Trident and a Tiger 660. You know, ideally, Triumph's been really good to us about long-term loaners, so I imagine we'll get a Tiger 660 as a long-term loaner. But if we could get the Trident for like 2 days, do like a comparison.
Do you remember, like, I think it was a couple days before I had left, or no, the day before I left, we had a guest come into the shop. I was the only one here. You guys Blockhead showed up.
Here?
Yes.
Oh. So that's cool.
Yeah. Because he was buying a truck.
Yeah.
And then going back.
I told him because I had family in town, so I wasn't able
You
to be
left
here.
5 minutes before he got here.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. You had left, and then
Fuck.
yeah.
Oh, no, that was the day I had to rush out of here. I was here later
You got
than I
back,
should have been.
and then you go, whoop,
Yep.
and he showed up, and then we're talking because when all this crap went down with my mother, I was like, I'm gonna work through this, get all this stuff done.
Yeah.
And you were like, you should take some time off, and I said I will.
Yeah.
Once it's all done. And I was talking to Blockhead, and I was like, I want to disappear for like a week, but I know my bike won't make it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if we could get one of these,
Yeah. It'd be a cool trip.
cool trip to take.
Right.
Just go down there. Like, also, I wouldn't be mad if they wanted to throw like, Tiger 900 GT Low.
Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
Bo's over
Hey,
here like,
Harley want to
guys-
send me a Street Glide special?
you want to put it out in the world?
Yeah, no. Send me a Street Glide special. I'll do a long trip on it. We'll do a review on it,
So
and I'll go visit Blockhead.
Okay, so
and
if
then go to Tampa to see the space Swamp Wizards.
So if okay, I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, you do.
so if Harley doesn't work out and Triumph doesn't work out, what Yamaha vehicle would you take down there?
I mean,
These are our three companies that we can actually, conversate
okay, so
with.
if it's a Yamaha, it's gonna have to be something that I can dad mode.
Okay. So you want the MT-10?
I mean, I could do the MT-10.
That'd be a terrifying trip.
Yeah, it'd be a
but-
terrifying trip. Kawasaki, maybe is it a Vaquero?
We don't have Kawasaki on the
I'm putting it out in
comms
the
roster.
I'm putting it out in the world, man.
Yamaha's got like these transcontinental things.
Kawasaki, if you want to know the Vaquero.
Back to the conversation. I think it would be really cool if we could get a Tiger 660 and a
Head to head.
I mean, just like we did with the MT-07 and the R7. How cool a video would that be?
I mean, yeah, they're both more geared towards another style of riding than the other is.
But it's the same thing, but it ain't even close to the same thing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really good video.
Yeah.
Don't know if we can make that happen, but we obviously will try.
We're putting all of this in the universe.
Yeah, the goal is you put things in the universe and things happen.
I don't want to end it on a sad thing, so we'll end it on the memory. But like for those who've been following, new bike is not happening. At all. It's a clusterfuck. It is not happening. So I'm back to trying to figure out how to make my bolt run until I can figure something else out. So that's not happening. Sad face.
Sad face in the chat.
We're not gonna end there. We're gonna end.
No, we're gonna end with
with
God.
memes.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, there is. It is spicy.
Oh God.
Yup. Let me know when you have your screen up.
I'm always worried. I don't know why. Like
No,
I've
no.
never seen anything on our Discord that makes me worried.
If you click on the actual thread, it'll open up. Like if on the side panel, if you click on the thread, it'll open up as its own window.
I don't see any threads.
Yeah, under Live on Two Wheels.
Oh, do I have to be in Live on Two Wheels? I see. Boop. There we go. Got it. All right, episode 32.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna bring it to your screen then, bud.
To my screen.
Just-
Make us laugh, make us cry laughing. I love it. Smart Smart Industries, here we fucking go. You guys off the bat. I love it. Wait, there are not stickers.
Are there stickers?
You're not telling me they have
Are
stickers,
they really
right?
stickers, or are they?
Oh my God, Ranger made stickers.
Or he's making a joke that it's duct tape and that's the sticker.
No, look, it's got an outline and everything. He better not.
Good Lord.
I mean, look, I can't help that Triumph makes good things right now, okay? Or not that they don't, period.
Oh my gosh. Randrew is killing the
Okay,
game.
no, Heather knows about Smart.
Yeah.
So Ducati, these bastards. It's not. Look,
It's a
What-
multi-strata.
when's the last time we talked about Ducati on a live show?
I don't remember.
It's been quite a minute.
Nah. Bro,
Multi-
the multi-pasta is
Are you-
hilarious.
Look,
Look at the chase on two pizzas.
dude, I would so be chased on two pizzas. I'm so down for that. And also, I can't help that I love multistradas. All right, I have an Italian wife, and I want an Italian motorcycle. I just want them to match. Is that too much to ask? Please.
Bruh.
Also, this hat is hilarious.
Yeah.
If I
need you to have a hat like that.
All right, wait. Is Heather in the chat, babe? Can I get a hat like this? I'll trade the multistrada for a hat.
I'd
like
actually
this.
prefer that over the fedora. So
Okay, so guys, if you want to see me wear a hat like this, I need to see a link.
I need you to grow a mustache.
I need to see a link to this hat, and I will try to convince my wife to buy it. And if I have it by next show, I'll wear it. No, it'll be my Italian hat, and I'll only wear it when we talk about Ducatis or Envia Gusta. Testa straighta. All right.
Bro, these memes are
that's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Straight from our was that episode today, the Multistrada first impressions thing?
Yeah, it's like he's so quick on it, man.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Making mechanics out of I mean, that is the kind of sad truth, isn't it? Oh wait, Luke's in the chat.
Yeah.
So Luke, cover your ears.
Also not true.
Yeah, this is not true at all. Maybe if it was like Yamaha or something. I don't know if Suzuki Riders are gonna do that. Okay, now, why are all these Ducatis? These aren't Triumph memes. What is happening?
I love that. I actually like that more. It ended up being.
So you have a Triumph Tiger, do you?
You can't fucking do anything with any of these guys in chat because they screen grab so quickly, dude. Bro, you'll see it.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
These are nothing but Ducati. What is happening?
I know.
Smart Industries takes over the Discord. Oh my god. Listen, Ranger, I don't know what your problem is with Triumphs, but they're phenomenal.
Yeah, they are.
And I love triples.
That's hilarious.
What gives people the feeling? We really have to discuss. Oh my god, how many have you guys done?
I'm saying. These guys are unstoppable.
Hold on. This is not fair. What happened is, I bet you they loaded up on these and in preparation for this.
So here's the thing. There are
I'm gonna
so
keep
many.
scrolling.
There are so many very specific ones. Like the smart ones, I fully believe.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So ridiculous.
So like, here's the thing. Some of these, yes, I think they may have, but some of these, like this one, you're just like, or the ones that's like, I mean.
Oh my good god. What the hell? Wait, is that a Honda? Like an actual Honda? There's no way that they make that, right?
I mean, yeah.
That's sad.
Like, so, yeah, see? Like,
okay, this,
yeah, see what I'm saying?
I give you props to
see
this,
what I'm saying?
Ranger.
It's
this
like,
one's legit.
These just the screen grabs. I love that monkey one.
So this is a
cat.
Triumph, Ducati, or a Honda podcast. We don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea.
We start this show like, and it's like we try to like direct ourselves in a direction, and we're just totally okay with it just going straight to shit. Bro, was that a fart remix?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
Yep. That's a good that there motor facturer.
Yeah.
Like you said it, and he immediately made it.
That's a fair point. You guys are just. Oh, wait, what the hell is this?
Right? That's today. He did that today.
Wait, what? All right,
minute.
hat confirmed. Let me see your shirt.
Yeah, it's the 116.
Oh my god, he actually did that today. Oh my god, Smart Industries. Comments in the
quit.
Discord.
We quit.
I love it. All right, you have to pick one. It's your first day back. You pick one. Tell me which one it is, and
I'm gonna be
Smart Industries wins again.
I'm gonna be 100%. There was one that I saw. I have to go through like the 15 million that you posted.
Yes, if you guys are only listening, I am so sorry, but you really need to check the Discord out. You should be fire.
There was a Batman one. That
at
really,
the bottom?
that really caught my eyes. Yes.
when you drop 50 dank memes and lose to Post Fart remix. Wait, can we go out on the remix? Is that a thing we can do?
I don't know if I have it in me.
Okay, that's fine.
We're a minute past.
Oh, we're already a minute past.
Andy, you goonie.
Andy, which is Andy the CEO of Smart Industries, or is it Andrew?
I think it's a partnership.
Guys, we have to get more of you guys in here. Smart Industries is taking over the Discord, and we have to fight back. Or you guys have to fight back. I have to talk. You know what I mean? It's the job.
We can go out on. Which one is it? Is it sad music? We can go out on sad music.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hit the red button.
It's also like 14 minutes long.
Yeah, you were playing it for like ever.
Yep.
All right.
Good deal. All right,
so
we got our winner. Boom.
Boom. Yay. We'll
Triumph, hit us up. Get us a couple of these bicycles.
Yeah, bicycles. We need to get the Tiger. We need to get the Trident. Head-to-head them. See what happens. Guys, this has been Live on Two Wheels.
Try it again.
No, Trident and Tiger. Or did I don't know what I said anymore.
Why do you need to try it? we need the Tiger Sport.
Yeah, Tiger Sport and the Trident to do the head-to-head.
The regular Trident.
Yeah, I want to do a head-to-head.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Live on Two Wheels, episode 32. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys long time if you're watching us live. And if you're listening to us, again, make sure to go give us a review. Hit that like button if you're here. Thank you for hitting that like button. We appreciate it. And guys, we will be back next Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same bat channel, same bat place. Because this is your home of the number 2 rated motorcycle podcast. We're not actually number 2, but we're going to try to get there. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next week, and goodbye.